I'm the worst collab member of them all. I was sort of MIA this weekend, and that's why I haven't really uploaded my video yet, but here it is. I'm so sorry, it's 2 days late. Please don't hate me too much. Alright, so basically the topic is coming out, and what all of our personal stories are, what we've done, what we're doing, what we expect to do, and what we think will help other people who are also dealing with this entire process, because that's what it is. It really is a process. Basically, I knew I liked girls to some capacity from a not very young age, but I would say like somewhere in middle school, late middle school. I kind of knew I felt weird about some girls, but I couldn't really identify as to like if I just really admired them or if I was really attracted to them. So then I got to high school and met a good group of people, and they were very accepting, and I started to talk a little bit more about how I was questioning myself, but I still dated a lot of boys, and I mean a lot. Like, I had a lot of boyfriends. But I never really did anything with them because I just kind of felt weird about it. They were more like my friends than, you know, my boyfriends. It just was how it sort of worked out. So basically what happened was I was dating this one guy who was my best friend beforehand. He's still one of my best friends, and he overall was the best guy I could ever think of dating. He, you know, got along with my parents, I got along with his family was great. He treated me really well, he was always very sweet to me, we had a great relationship, but I couldn't look at him as, you know, like, I couldn't look at him romantically, I guess is what I should be saying. I mean, I loved him, I still love him so much, but I just, not in the same way that I felt about some girls. So my junior year, I broke up with him. We weren't really together that long, or very officially, but we liked each other for a while. And I started dating my first girlfriend, which was interesting because I went to an all-girls high school, Catholic, all-girls academy, etiquette classes and all, and it was hard. It was hard because there was a lot of gossip. The relationship in general just was revolving around a lot of drama and a lot of negative energy. So eventually we broke up because, you know, things just were not working out. But I remember one day, it was sort of the in-between phase of when I was dating the guy and then dating the girl, where I was having an argument with my mom because I wanted to go into the city, and I was like, you know, I think I'm gonna go with blah blah blah, the girl. She was very, like, dumbfounded by that. She didn't really like this girl. She felt weird about it, and I think it's because deep down she kind of had, like, some idea of what was going on. And she's like, you know, why don't you go with blah blah, the guy. You know, we fought about it for a very long time. We were yelling at each other. You know, the argument got very heated. And then in the middle of the argument, out of anger, I just sort of blurted out, well, maybe I don't like guys. She got completely quiet. I got completely quiet. We just kind of stood there and looked at each other. And then she got very upset. And rightfully so. The way that I told my mom was probably not the best way. I've been going behind her back for a while with this girl, and you know, it wasn't fair. It wasn't a fair way to do it. Flip side, I sort of expected her to be a little bit less surprised because for the past, like, year, she'd been asking me, you know, do you like girls? Like, you seem like you might like girls. And I always kind of denied it because for a while I was just going to be like, you know what, out of sight, out of mind, I'm not going to deal with it. I didn't want anything to do with it. That was hard. My dad came home early from work, I kind of hid out in my room, my parents didn't really know what to say, and it really was a hard time for my family. I've got 2 younger siblings, and then another younger brother, but he's only 14 months younger than me. So he knew what was going on, but we had to keep it hush-hush from the little kids. It was a lot of just unneeded drama, so for that, I was in the wrong. But now I've been out for, I'm pretty sure, 3 years. You know, of course, in a progression, you know, of course when you come out, well, not everybody, but at least I came out like, you know, I'm bi, because it kind of gives people more hope. And you know, I do still firmly believe that sexuality is very fluid, and what I kind of tell my mom is that 3 days ago, did I just like girls? Yes. Today, do I dislike girls? Yes. Are the chances that 3 years from now I will dislike girls? Very high. But, you know, I'm not stupid, and if something comes along that just completely blows me away and it ends up being with a guy, then, I mean, I'm not so wrapped up into the label that I'm going to, you know, completely deny that, if that makes sense at all. And I don't think that that's how you should be. I think that you know, love comes in many different ways, and you never really know what's going to happen. That being said, I would find it very comical if I ended up with a guy, as would many of my friends. That's about it. 3 years later, my dad and I still kind of have an awkwardness about it, but he's gotten a lot better. My little siblings still do not know, nor does my extended family, just because my extended family is from the Midwest. It's just not something I want to deal with. It's not really their business. It's kind of a don't ask, don't tell type thing. I'm sure some of them, you know, have an idea, and others are just completely oblivious. And then my little siblings don't know because my parents are worried that I might either influence them, which kind of sucks to be told that, but you know what? It's their kids, their parenting, and I feel like if they're going to be respectful of what I want to do with my life, I need to be respectful of what they want to do with the little kids' lives until they're old enough to make their own decisions. My mom even goes so far as to ask, you know, have you met any cute girls lately, blah blah blah. It definitely comes with its good times and its bad. For a while it's going to be bad. It is, I'm just going to be honest, unless you have crazy accepting parents, which they are out there, and you know, if you have them, great. But chances are someone in your life that you care about is going to have a hard time dealing with it. Of course, you can't really shun your parents because they're your parents, and you owe it to them to have a relationship with them, in my opinion. But as far as friends go, or, you know, ex-boyfriends, or, you know, whoever, anyone who cannot accept you for the whole of you, you don't really want in your life. I know that that's cliche, but it's completely true. Like, you don't need that kind of poison in your life. It's just dumb. I guess that's about it. As far as advice for what you should do if you think you want to come out, I would try to do it when you're single. That's what I always say, because I didn't do that, and that's one of my biggest regrets, because you need to let your family have time to sort of process it before it's like right in their face. What else? Try not to do it in an argument. I think it's best if you like actually plan telling them. Of course, that's a very, you know, optimistic opinion, but I think that if you say, you know, on this day I'm gonna go out with my mom here, I'm gonna go out with my dad here, I'm gonna go out with grandma here, like, I think it'll be a lot better. I mean, of course, it's gonna be more nerve-wracking because you're gonna know and you're gonna be like, oh no, tomorrow's the day, but I think that's probably the best way. I think that that's really it. I wish all of you who are thinking about coming out, have just come out, are still dealing with coming out, anything at all, I wish you all the best of luck. And if you have any questions, comments, rumors, suggestions, concerns, anything at all, just message me through my Tumblr, or comment on this video, or comment on the actual channel itself, and I will do my best to get back to you. So I hope you all have a wonderful Tuesday, and I'll see you next Sunday.